Every year, we say goodbye to some of the most iconic names in entertainment, sports, and culture. In 2024, we've already had to bid farewell to a few black celebrities whose influence and talents touched countless lives. From trailblazing entertainers to athletes who redefined the game, these stars left us with unforgettable legacies. Please subscribe to the channel. Number 1. Hydeia Broadbent. HIV/AIDS activist Hydeia Broadbent died on Feb. 20 at 39. After getting HIV at the young age of 3, Broadbent was one of the initial children to receive treatment for HIV/AIDS. After living with the disease for more than 30 years, she raised awareness about the virus and we can help people living with it. Although her cause of death is unknown, she suffered a heart attack in September 2023. Number 2. Marian Robinson. Michelle Obama's mother, Marian Robinson, died on May 31st at the age of 86. Her cause of death was not shared. In a statement, the Obama family wrote, "Marian Lois Shields Robinson, our mother, mother-in-law, and grandmother, had a way of summing up the truths about life in a word or two, maybe a quick phrase that made everyone around her stop and think. Her wisdom came off as almost innate, as something she was born with. But in reality, it was hard-earned, fashioned by her deep understanding that the world's roughest edges could always be sanded down with a little grace." Number 3. Larry Allen. NFL Hall of Famer Larry Allen suddenly died on June 3rd at 53 while on vacation with his family in Mexico. His cause of death has not been shared. Allen was one of the greatest offensive linemen in NFL history who was named to the Pro Bowl 11 times and was a first-team All-Pro 6 times. Allen was a Cowboys legend who played in Dallas for 12 seasons. His final 2 seasons in the NFL were spent with the San Francisco 49ers. Number 4. Dexter King. Dexter Scott King died on Jan. 22 after a long battle with prostate cancer. He was 62. As the youngest son of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Dexter followed in his father's footsteps and was a civil rights activist. He was also the chairman of the King Center for Nonviolent Social Change. Number 5. Eddie Chiba. Eddie Chiba died on Feb. 13 at the age of 67 after suffering a cardiac arrest. Chiba was a DJ who was considered one of the founding fathers of hip-hop. Born Edward Sturgis, Chiba was part of a DJ trio that included Lovebug Starsky and DJ Hollywood. They were incredibly inspirational to many early hip-hop artists in the late 1970s. Number 6. Dylan Kaine. Dylan Kaine died from heart disease in Lelystad, the Netherlands on February 7th. He was 81. Also known as Kaine the Poet, the spoken-word artist founded The Last Poets, a musical group that arose in the 1960s. His music helped set the building blocks for hip-hop, as rap legends such as Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg sampled his vocals. Number 7. Bing Worthington. Bing Worthington, Snoop Dogg's younger brother, died on Feb. 14 at 44. Worthington was a music executive who often worked with his older brother, becoming his tour manager and later working for his company, Dog Records. Number 8. Reverend William A. Lawson. On Tuesday, May 14th, the highly respected Reverend William A. Lawson passed away at the age of 95. Lawson was the founder of Houston's Wheeler Avenue Baptist Church and a civil rights leader who started one of the city's largest congregations after moving to Houston from Kansas City almost 70 years ago. Lawson also hosted Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. at his church at the peak of the civil rights movement. Number 9. Mandisa. Grammy-winning Christian singer Mandisa, who got her start on American Idol, was found deceased in her Nashville home on April 18th. She was just 47 years of age. At this time, we do not know the cause of death or any further details. We ask for your prayers for her family and close-knit circle of friends during this incredibly difficult time, her representative told the Tennessean. Number 10. O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson died April 10th after a lengthy cancer battle. The former NFL star infamously went on trial for the double murder of his ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ron Goldman in the 1990s. He was ultimately acquitted in 1995. After retiring from football, Simpson went on to become an announcer, sportscaster, and pop culture mainstay. Number 11. William Strickland. William Strickland died on April 10th at 87. Strickland was a civil rights activist who was close friends with Malcolm X and was a consultant for the iconic docuseries Eyes on the Prize. He also taught at University of Massachusetts Amherst for more than 40 years as a professor in the African American Studies Department. Number 12. Chance Perdomo. Young and talented actor Chance Perdomo died on March 29th at 27 after being involved in a motorcycle accident. Perdomo was an American and British actor who was starting to make a name for himself in the industry after his impressive role on the 2023 TV show Gen V. Number 13. Louis Gossett Jr. Legendary actor Louis Gossett Jr. died on March 28th at 87. Gossett was known for becoming the first black man to win an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor for his role in the 1982 film, An Officer and a Gentleman. During his career, he also starred in other beloved shows and movies such as Roots, Watchmen, and The Color Purple. Number 14. Sandra Crouch. Sandra Crouch died March 17th at the age of 81. The Grammy-winning gospel artist was the sister of the legendary gospel singer Andraé Crouch. In 1984, she won the Grammy for Best Female Soul Gospel Performance for her album We Sing Praises. Number 15. Naomi Ruth Barber King. Naomi Ruth Barber King died on March 7th. She was 92. King was the sister-in-law of the late Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and an accomplished civil rights activist in her own right. In 2008, she founded the A.D. King Foundation, which was named after her late husband. Number 16. Dory Ladner. Civil rights leader Dory Ladner died on March 11th at 81 after dealing with complications from COVID-19. Ladner was a member of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, SNCC, during the Civil Rights Movement, and was a prominent part of many of the most notable marches during the 1960s. Number 17. Anthony Walker. Anthony Baby Gap Walker died Tuesday, March 12th after experiencing complications from a neck surgery. He was 60. Walker was a longtime member of the 1970s funk group The Gap Band. Recently, he had performed with the group Gaps, a funk group that included other former Gap Band members. Number 18. Casey Benjamin. Accomplished saxophonist and keyboardist Casey Benjamin died on March 31st at 46. Benjamin was also a producer and songwriter who was a member of the Robert Glasper Experiment. He won a Grammy Award for Best R&B Album for his work on the 2012 record Black Radio. Number 19. Boss died on March 11th at the age of 54. Born Lachelle Marie Laws, Boss was one of the first women to sign to Def Jam as a rapper. In her career, Boss only released one studio album, 1993's Born Gangsta. The legendary record label honored the MC in a post on Instagram, writing, "We are deeply saddened by the passing of Lachelle Marie Laws, also known as Boss. Boss will be remembered as a pioneer in hip-hop, being one of the first female rappers signed to Def Jam in the early 1990s. Number 19. Robert Reid. Robert Reid died on Feb. 19 at 68. Reid was a 13-year NBA veteran playing for the Houston Rockets, Portland Trail Blazers, Charlotte Hornets, and Philadelphia Sixers. He spent 10 of those seasons with the Rockets. He was drafted in the second round of the 1977 NBA draft.